So cute. I just want to go and hug all of them. But I was just telling Tisha that I've noticed that the kids these days, they're slightly calm. It looks like they're prepared for this, compared to some of us when we were much younger and we were screaming and bringing down the building. I don't know if Sanzy experienced that. Sanzy, Viany, you're welcome.
Thank you, Patience.
Looking stunning as usual.
Glory be to God. Thank you.
Do I need to introduce a celebrated, critically acclaimed songstress? We already know Sanzy, but you're also here as a parent today.
Yes.
Do you recognize that scene of back to school the very first time for your kid?
Yeah, especially for my son, Heaven.
Yes.
But also myself. I remember that day. That's strange, though.
Yeah.
The way I cried.
Uh-huh.
Mama. I was so funny.
Yeah.
I cried all the day. And I was, that baby, when my mom came back to take me, the lady just asked my mom, how do you manage this child? The way she cried, I was crying, till at the end I was like...
Yeah, almost fell sick or something. Yes, but what calmed you down? Food, singing?
Nothing. I'm saying I cried all the day.
Oh.
That's why I think I traumatized that lady.
Yeah.
I was so attached to my mother that I was like, no. Maybe that's why in my mind I still remember that day because it was terrible, Patience. I'm telling you. Yeah. And I can cry.
Yes, I can see the tears are already coming just now. It's the actress.
And that my son I gave birth to. How can a son look like mommy like that?
He cried as well.
No, but he's crying too much sometimes. When he was, baby, he used to cry a lot. Even now, he's not crying because he's
as a boy. Yeah.
But I can see if you heard my son, he can look at you like this, and then you will just see tears coming.
Gifted. I can see a film career already coming his way.
And he sings.
He sings
already. Yes. I'm so
She's excited about that. But then, what was like maybe a worst memory being in school? Not primary, not nursery, but say secondary. Do you remember some unpleasant memory?
One day, I grew up, as a francophone. Till in my secondary school, I went to Limbe because my dad was, working there. So my English was not that good when I was in the primary school. So one day we had our first or second lesson of English, and then I wanted to pee. Patience.
You wanted to pee?
Yes, and then. The teacher said, if you want to go to the toilet, then you're going to say it in English. I said, hey, whoa, auntie. So look at me asking to my name.
Yeah.
So I said, okay.
No, don't tell me you peed in class.
Monsieur Patrick, pee to the toilet. He said, no, go back to your seat. I said in English. I tried till I pee. And then, before I pee before the board, he said, okay, go to the blackboard and then try to handle this, whatever. Before I even write it, I peed there.
In front of the whole class?
Of everybody. I said, if you want to kill me, I will kill you. You want to disgrace me, I will disgrace all of us.
That is this? So sad.
And then I told my mom, that day I was covered with, but that manner. But when I grew up, I said, okay, I forgive you. But it was terrible. It
was terrible.
It was very terrible.
Because he was trying to teach you something, but that was not the right time for it.
I think. Yeah. Not even the right time, but I'm a human being. I want to pee. I'm not, your work is to teach me how to say this word in English. I'm not the Holy Spirit. I will not just say...
And when nature calls... When nature calls, you have to respond. So I get that. I hope...
Your patience today.
I hope the teachers watching this morning. Tisha, you're representing teachers here. I hope they understand
Hey.
the essence of respecting nature and not traumatizing children, because that was traumatic.
Today.
Yeah, that's why you can remember it. But then, what do you tell your children to prepare them to excel in their studies when it's time for back to school? Now you being a mother, what do you tell them?
Prepare the first day before the first day.
Good.
That's it. Prepare the first day before the first day, because we all know we are Cameroonian. The last week will be the week you won't be able to buy what you need, because the traffic will be so much, heavy that you won't even buy what you need. So 3 weeks before, I advise my girls to do everything before. When I used to be in charge, when they were younger, today, because now they are, I have 21
Ooh,
years.
okay.
I have great babies that I'm taking care of. So I used to manage everything before that day, so that the last week will be, the week for me to check, to be on the checklist.
Yes.
You need it.
Of what you already have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if the finances didn't, come at the proper time, okay, we won't rush. We would just manage the first thing, the uniform and school. But try to see if what you would learn that year, it's something you can handle. We manage both the practical one and yes.
And then when they go back to school and come back and are faced with bullying, faced with pressure from, how do you deal with those little things besides the schoolwork that happen in school?
Okay, I'm the kind, first of all, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
So the way maybe I can see things, it's different. And secondly, by God's grace, I've mingled myself with more than 20 different cultures.
Good.
Because the fact that being a singer made me travel in more than 20 countries, that means that, I had this opportunity to have a mind opened. So I'm not typically a traditional Cameroonian black mommy. So when my kids would come back home and then they will feel depressed, I will hug and I will talk and I will kiss and then I will release word. The fact that I'm a Christian woman too, for me, gives me that opportunity to release positive words. So I will prophesy over my children and I will tell them, okay, you are a queen, you are a king. First of all, to my daughters, I always say, a queen never answer, talk nasty with nasty manners. A queen never behave some kind that's the way I
you instill the right values.
You are a queen, so even though someone will release a negative word against you, don't let the word enter your spirit
Define
and your
you.
soul. Okay, because the person in front of you has the right to do whatever he wants. Okay, if you want to roll your body on the dust, do so. But if you try to release that dust on me, I also have the right to say no. So say whatever you say with your word, but I must look at you as if you don't exist. So I will always tell even my boys, you are a king. So a king never work anyhow. A king never react anyhow. A king never open his mouth to say things anyhow.
Yes.
So if they are very, very sad, I will say, okay, don't worry. Be careful, because what you think might come to reality.
So there's a lot of self-control.
Exactly.
Still in conversation with the amazing Sanzy Viany and her intriguing stories. But let's just get deeply serious for a bit.
Okay.
For those who are still questioning the essence of education, you know what's happening in the northwest and southwest regions of our country, where now education is used as a weapon to pass on a message by stopping children from going to school. What do you have to say about that?
I say that's true, because when we have a child who did not receive proper education, we have a weapon against our society for the future. Because there are certain things he will not properly handle.
Yes.
There is a kind of point of view, or a kind of, seeing things the way he's supposed to see through the education that he would not get into.
Mm-hmm.
We are killing a future leader.
Yeah.
by not giving access to education to our children. But to the contrary, when you give access to education to a child, you give him a proper weapon against many, how can I say that? Many trouble against our society. By going to school, for example, you give a girl an opportunity to have a self-esteem stronger than what our grandmother used to have.
Yeah.
Now our girls know that they can become president. These days they know that they can have great, rank on political field or scientists.
They see the endless possibilities. Yeah.
They can travel. It's no more like, okay, I will marry, I will have children.
That's my achievement.
Yeah. End of the story. No. Now a girl knows that, okay, tomorrow I can be the one who will discover the solution for HIV.
I love that.
Yes. A young lady now knows now that by going to school, I can become a pilot.
It's a platform to elevate.
Yes. Education
possibilities.
Education is something very important for our society, because when a woman stays in the village without having access to education, I'm not saying that working in the farm is not something good, but working in farms, having something on your mind and knowing how to manage money,
cultivate this and manage the seasons,
manage how you can move your farm work forward, how to sell your products, how to package it.
True.
It's very important. It makes the difference between you and that one only going with that machete. Okay.
The world is evolving. Are you going to be left behind?
Technology, like it or not, technology is improving.
Yeah.
If you don't run after, or if you don't manage to understand, now wow.
You will be left behind. See, Sanzy.
Yes.
We're going to play a little game.
Hiya.
Yes, it's a small game. The last time you came here, you sang with me. We had an a cappella session, and you sang so beautifully. That was easy. That was your terrain.
Yeah. Okay, today was the game.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Go ahead with the jingle, Auntie Leo, and then we will pop up with the question. So the idea is we're looking at quotes on education, and then you're going to break it down in under 1 minute in the simplest way possible. Okay? So first one is, education is learning a lot about how little you know. How would you explain that? Education is learning a lot about how little you know.
You go to school to add on top of what you don't know. It's like a glass, an empty glass. So you go, your glass is empty. Education is that water you pour into your glass.
Hey, yes. See, African proverb in motion. The next one is, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance.
True. It's better for you to know that you have malaria instead of dying because you just think is something that
it's a small fever.
Is a small fever.
Yes. The next one is, half education is more dangerous than no education. Half education is more dangerous than no education.
I don't think so. We better celebrate the little we have. If you know at least that this is a glass, even if you don't know how you say we call it in Chinese, at least you know that is in English.
See, final one, knowledge is better than wealth. You have to look after wealth, but knowledge looks after you.
Absolutely true, because you might have money, like I said something before. You can receive $10,000 or no, $10 million.
Yes.
But if you don't know how to handle the 10, you will finish poor. But if you receive $10,000, but you know how economics moves, you will become a millionaire or a billionaire. So it's good for you to know
how to make that
money.
Now we're going to nursery school.
Okay.
Take your arm board and your chalk.
Yeah.
So you see Tisha over there?
Yes.
She's going to ask us to draw something.
Hey.
And whoever draws it the best will win something. So she will decide who drew it the best, right? We have just about, what, 1 minute to draw?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So, teacher.
Good morning, children.
Good morning,
madam.
madam.
How are you doing today?
Mommy, I'm fine, Mom.
Why are you answering like you're dying? What's
I'm
happening?
hungry.
Oh, don't bother. You eat later. Let's do a little exercise now. When we are finished, you are going to eat.
Yay!
Okay. So, please draw a house.
A
House. A beautiful house.
Beautiful house.
And the person who draws best is going to get a gift.
Oh, okay.
And we have 1,
1 minute.
so we have to draw quickly. Draw and show me.
Never.
I'm drawing my mother and my father's house.
Me, I'm going to the future.
Future.
Yeah, the one I want to have.
The flying house.
Remember, no copy work.
So you say you show me.
Never.
No copy work.
Okay.
How is my house looking like a car?
Hey,
Please show me now.
never. Hey, auntie. Kwame, you tell me.
Should my house have a window?
Is there a house without a window?
I'm lost, oh.
I'm already coloring my house.
Later for you.
Your time, round up your time.
Really?
is getting finished.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm already finished before you. You're slow.
Sanzy, are you
Okay.
finished?
I tried.
Oh, should we
Okay.
show?
Show your work.
So I should show mine first.
Show at once.
At once.
Yes.
Okay.
Just turn your bird. 1, 2, and 3. Sanzy is a winner. Let's clap for Sanzy.
Please zoom in
A
on Sandy.
duplex.
Wow. Okay.
Sanzy, that's
Bungalow.
beautiful.
My goodness, that is futuristic. See,
I told you.
I was building my house in the village. Fine.
Heavenly Father.
Yes, you build your,
Prophecy,
you build your house in the village, but
Yes.
you do not put the zinc like in the village.
Really?
Remember, Madame said that when we are drawing a house, we make use of shapes, geometric shapes.
Oh.
Yes, so that is where you got
I'll
it
pay
wrong.
attention.
Yes. So when we do the correction, you are going to learn better.
Alrighty. Congratulations to you, Sanzy. We're going to take a little break because, see, she's celebrating already. See, this kind of students and people. We'll take a break and then someone special will be joining us in a bit.
School versus education. Education is not about getting information into a person, but about bringing something out of a person. Education is about inspiring one's mind, not just filling their head. This is my contention. School should be merely the means to an end, not the end in itself. We were born with creativity, but usually we grow out of it, or better still, get educated out of it. Teach children the basics of life, but instead of conforming them to an existing norm all the time, discover who they are and what they are good at, and coach them into being the best that they can be.
So much, Mac Alonge. He was talking about the difference between school and education, Sanzy.
Yes.
Sometimes people are just like, it's all about school, but education happens everywhere.
Yes.
It's not only in a particular building.
Exactly.
It's everywhere you go.
Yes. I agree. And that's why parents must also learn to help teachers, because education is not only about moving out of the house with the children, dropping them at school and waiting for teachers to do all the job. No, it starts in the house.
That's true.
And then in school, the teacher add what he can. And tomorrow when they will grow up, in their different places of work, they will also learn.
Education continues.
Exactly.
I love that, because people think it's just going to school and coming back. No, it's every single minute of your life you continue learning. So Sanzy, congratulations. Music star, jury member, over and over. It means you're doing it really good and they want you to stay.
Glory be to God,
Yeah.
The tiger cannot talk about himself.
That's true. That's humility speaking right there. But what intrigued me most was when you switched into acting.
It was during
surprised me.
COVID-19.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not something I prepared myself to. It's not something I said, okay, Sanzy, you know what? Move into, acting, into cinema. No. I was in my house, my mother's house, and then I received a call one day. Benjamin Yanga called me and said, okay, I want you to be in my sitcom. But before even Benjamin Yanga, in 2015, I've been called by Écran Noir to be a jury member. Oh. So that, in fact, was my first time to enter really deeper in that movie world. But then I was just a jury member. Yeah. But I met Rasmane Ouedraogo and Claudia Yoka, and then Claudia Yoka, who's a Congolese director, invited me to Brazzaville, her town, to sing for her festival. She has a festival which celebrate women into the industry of into the movie industry. So after singing there for 2 years, so 2016 and 2019, she looked at me and she said, every time you're around people, Sanzy, you are happy when you make people laugh. Yeah. You are a woman who is very, not simple, but
very social.
Yeah, very social when it comes to be with people at work. I see you in one of my movie. I said, okay. Me voici, fais de moi ce que tu voudras.
How was the experience acting?
Then she called me for a movie.
Yeah.
But then the thing was not finished already. And then Benjamin came before her and into COVID months. Yeah. And then he said, okay, I want you to have to play a character, a woman who wants to snatch someone's husband, who will try to kill another one. And then I did that. I said, Sanzy Viany, mommy pastor, you want to kill me? He said, no.
That's why you are acting.
Yes. He said, okay, that's the end of that character. And I said, okay, it might be a good lesson for those who are going to watch the sitcom. Okay. And then from the first day to the last day, I discovered a beautiful word of play. And I really realized that when I'm making my videograms in music, it's
performance.
It's quite the same. Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed it, and then that's how I entered that word.
So we have Mayuya.
Yes, Mayuya is the movie of Claudia Yoka.
Beautiful. And then we have Les Secrets de l'Amour. Yes. And tomorrow we'll have maybe an English movie coming up. Directors, I'm just saying.
Of course, here I am. I'm available
for that.
I am available. And I just hope my accent will not be a problem.
I actually think it's appealing.
Okay.
You can play along with it.
Okay.
Right, Tisha, you agree?
Yeah, she speaks. You can even think she's an anglophone. I was surprised when she said.
Est-ce qu'on peut parler français comme ça?
Ouais.
On essaie seulement, n'est-ce pas?
Elle parle comme ça.
C'est le bilinguisme du Cameroun.
I'm a full Cameroonian. And let me tell you something. I think even these days I lost. My English is dying.
But when you hang out with us more, it won't die.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sanzy Viany, for passing by on the program this morning. So it's a delight to have you on the program. So remember, education is precious, and it's not only in a classroom, it's every single day of your life. See you on Thursday. Cheers.